So in 3 days' time, the north coast of Mallorca is going to get a fair amount of wind and quite a lot of swell, way more than we want to be in. So we have to be off this coastline by then. Until then, there's almost no wind. We're talking like 2 to 3 knots tops, and often like glassy smooth waters, no wind at all. So it seems like the perfect opportunity to do a pretty decent test for our electric propulsion system. You know, we've had it for 3 years, and we're not saying it's not been tested heavily already, but trying to cover 60 miles on the north coast of Mallorca before some pretty strong weather comes in. I don't know, we just don't normally do things with a timeline, do we? So can we do it? No engine, no diesel, no generator, just solar panels and what little wind we have. Can we make it around the end of Mallorca before the weather comes in?
Right now, we're anchored in Blanca, which is here, and we're planning on sailing around the north coast to Port de Pollença, 64 nautical miles away. We're leaving soon because tomorrow a sizable southeasterly swell is forecast, which would quickly become uncomfortable at anchor here. Our friends are in Port de Pollença on a beautiful schooner called Sea Snail, and they're leaving for Greece soon, so as well as weather dodging, it'll be great to catch up with them before they head off.
So how are we going to move our 12-ton home around the north coast of Mallorca without an engine and with no wind? Well, for the most part we'll be solar sailing, which is when we only use the power provided by our solar panels and put that through our propulsion motor. We're averaging 6 to 7 kilowatt hours of solar yield per day right now, and we tend to set the throttle so we're doing 2.5 knots, that's about 1 kilowatt through the motor. Do that for 8 hours a day, you've covered 20 miles, and it means that by the end of the day, your battery bank is only depleted by a kilowatt hour or two, some from propulsion and some from domestic usage like making and heating water and from cooking.
We were cruising along at about 2.5 knots, enjoying the scenery, when George spotted something off our starboard bow.
What is that? I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but there's something swimming there and it's got a pretty speedy looking dorsal fin on it. What is that? It looks big. We couldn't see it very well from the boat because of the glare on the water, so we put the drone up nice and high with 4K zoom setting on and we got a better view. We reckon it was about 1.5 meters long and we're thinking possibly swordfish, but we're not 100% sure, so let us know in the comments if you've got any suggestions.
With such calm conditions, we decided to grab the opportunity and crack on with a couple boat jobs, one of them being adding telltales to our Genoa. This has been on our list for a very long time.
So these are the little telltales we've made. We're not sure how they're going to perform or how long they're going to last, but pretty much it's the best job with what we had on board, right? And what it is a little bit of ripstop from our old mizzen staysail. The old owners cut it down because of wind turbine, but anyway, another story. So we had some of that left over and it's pretty cool colour. And then we just got some sail tape, which is actually pretty sticky. And we're hoping that they stay. I don't know, we'll see. It'll help anyway with the sail trim. This is what you end up with. And it's just about, I don't know, 1.5 foot back from the leading edge, which is normally about right. And basically what these do is they show you the airflow over the sail. We've not had them for ages, so probably our sail trim's been awful for months and makes quite a bit of difference to an electric boat. So here we go, last one's going to go on.
So the only downside to following the sun all day and when you're motor sailing with the wind is that the little wind there is, how much is there?
2.4 knots.
2.4 knots of wind is right behind you. And how fast are we going?
2.1.
2.1. So for us right now, there is 0.3 knots of wind. Is that right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that means that it's incredibly hot.
We continued motoring around the western end of the island until the sun started to drop. We decided to call it a day and found a lovely bay to stop for the night.
Pretty cool place for the evening, isn't it?
Not bad at all. Could be a good sunset.
Oh yeah, it's going to be an awesome sunset.
So we've just pulled up anchor from this beautiful location. We're going to head further north around the island. As you can probably tell, there is not much wind, but there is some delicious sunshine. So we're going to utilise that today to try and get as far around as we can. Going to aim for solar, but again with yesterday, we have no specific plan. Whenever the wind dies or the sun dips too low that we can't use it, we'll duck in. There's loads of little places that we can anchor along the way, which is super cool. Pretty glassy, but absolutely gorgeous place to anchor for the night. We'll definitely be coming back. There's also loads of big boulders and it looks like some cool seagrass. So it'd be great to get the dive kit out and to do that. Bless you. George is clearly allergic to sunshine. Maybe we were in the wrong spot. So how are we doing with solars?
2.1 knots. And yeah, I mean, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so can't complain. That's pretty good.
How much are we getting in from solar?
Oh, I don't actually know from here, but not much, like 500 watts.
Okay, so less than a toaster's worth.
Oh yeah, much less. Yeah, and it's slow, but like if we do this for 8 hours, that's 16 miles, which is a decent chunk of this coastline. There's bits of wind here and there, and because we know we've got the sun all day, so it is true solar sailing. We've got no sails up right now, we're just motoring. Just
going to pretty much do this all day, enjoy the scenery, work on the tan, get a book out. Yeah, it should be pretty chilled day. But yeah, we'll see how far we get, and yeah, just go from there really.
I fear what comes after. Hold on for better days. Let a past begin to shatter. Days like these, we can see the way to live out a new chapter. Coming our way as we move closer to madness. Times like these, they come and go, so let this feeling grow.
Genoa mizzen sailing. 2.9 knots. And 3.6 amps going into the batteries. And it's only 12:30, so still loads of time to make some good ground. All in all, pretty bloody happy.
It wasn't long before the wind died, so we rolled away the Genoa and then motored silently under solar alone for about an hour or two, which gave us an opportunity to see some pretty cool wildlife.
god, is it sunfish?
Is it sunfish? Or rays?
We're just spinning round because we've just seen a pod of something that we thought was sunfish originally, but actually we think it might be rays. So as we don't have any sales at the moment, we're just going round. I don't know what the official term for a pod?
A rebellion.
Rebellion of rays.
We let the boat drift with the rays for a while. They circled us and came pretty close to the stern, checking us out. I tried to put the GoPro in the water and get some shots, but I wasn't sure if it was picking up anything good.
Get on your feet, there's sights to see. Rolling hills or city streets, ocean to ocean and all in between. It's out there just waiting on you and me. Take it in, we got no plans. Good things come to those who can. Live moment to moment and all in between. It's out there just waiting on you and me. So look alive, 'cause while I was waiting for you, paradise is on the other side of what we don't know. Take it a long way. You and I were born to roll. Never know until we go. We'll make a
So the rays were quite curious actually. We stopped the boat and let it drift for a while. Once we'd looped around back behind them, and they came and checked us out briefly. I think we got one shot on the GoPro maybe. I couldn't find the proper mount for it to tie it to the boat hook, so ended up like lashing it with a bit of string. It was quite janky, but yeah, hopefully we got something. Anyway, we left them to it, and then I thought I'll probably get a drone shot. So we managed to get the drone up, and with 4K zoom setting on, yeah, I managed to get some pretty awesome shots of that. I still can't quite believe it. That's insane.
I didn't even know like rays were found in the Med.
No idea. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, wild. As we were approaching Sa Calobra, we very almost didn't turn in because the wind had picked up and we thought we could make good progress. But we are so happy that we did. It was such a beautiful place, and again, a spot I definitely will come back to.
Looking pretty glassy out there today. This is a very chilled way to spend a Sunday morning. So cool.
So we've had literally all the wind directions this morning. We've had no wind, we've had all the wind. Sails have been up, sails have been down. They've jibed, we tacked. Yeah, we've done everything.
Upwind, downwind, back to a beam reach now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Long may it last, doing 4 knots with no motor on, so that's pretty cool. Right, what are the chances? We need one of these tubs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to heave 2 on top of it and then motor forwards so we can pick it up. So, turning the helm now. Don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll give it a go. That's a lovely tack. The sail's backed.
This could be our bucket for our...
The helm is hard over now. And this is how you heave 2. Sail's backed and the boat just drifts downwind. It's great for man overboards, it's great for picking up ocean litter. It's going to give a berth to the stern to slow us down. Fuck yeah, we need one of these buckets. That's a good wetsuit bucket, or kedge anchor bucket, because it's probably grubbier than our wetsuit one. Which means that bucket can go for our wetsuits, and this one can be our new kedge anchor bucket. Oh, what a fucking steal! Look at that!
Ocean providing yet again.
Winner, winner. Well, it's a lovely heave too, this. Look at that. That is how you pick up a bucket, everyone, from the sea. What are the chances? We were just saying that we need to pick up another one of those. That's so good.
I'm going to decant it.
He's so excited about the new bucket, decant it straight away. I'll get us back on course.
The wind had started to fill in, and although it was coming from the north, we knew that with a little motor we could make good progress upwind, and as soon as we reached the lighthouse it would be a downwind passage all the way into Porto Pollença, so we decided to keep on sailing.
I'm hiding in the companionway so you can actually hear me instead of the wind, because the wind's picked up a bit now. How fast are we going, Sin?
4.2 knots.
Alright. And that's with just a mizzen and a number 2 Genoa, by the way. We've got no mainsail up because we want sunshine on these lovely bifacial panels. And how many amps are going in?
12.4 amps.
That's pretty nice. So that's over 500 watts. We're motor sailing, so we're probably using 500-ish watts to motor sail. And we've got the same going into the batteries, so it's recharging, which is awesome. And this is solar sailing. This is as good as it gets, isn't it, really? And we found a free bucket in the sea.
I mean, it's been a great day.
What a day. So we had a bit of a rolly rounding of the top of the island because the swell was bouncing off all the cliffs and stuff. But we made it, and we're on 69% battery. Only got 3 miles left, haven't we?
I'm excited. We're going to our friends for curry and beer. I mean, what's not to be excited about?
Sea snail. Been a while since we've seen those guys.
Woohoo! We've made it. There's Sea Snail, our friends. Soon we'll be over there eating curry and drinking beer with them. So excited to be here. Can't believe we managed it. 3 days. Pretty awesome.
After a few days of enjoying good food, good drink, good company and wing foiling, and being a little bit closer to town, it was time to say goodbye to our friends on Sea Snail. We sailed with them as they left Porto Pollença. It was absolutely beautiful to see the boat under full sail, and I couldn't resist getting the drone up to get some good shots. It's been fantastic sailing with these guys since winter, since we left the marina. I really hope we cross paths later in the year. Don't forget to join us for our next episode, where we'll be diving into daily life on board a 100% electric boat.